I'm glad we got Tannenbaum out of here because general managers lie. That was a general manager generally lying.
Absolutely.
Like, at least I hope it was. Because what Mitchell Trubisky showed, like, it's hard to come back with this guy considering the way that he performed. I know he got better in part because the coaching around him got better. They started moving him out of the pocket and running the ball with him a little more. That's encouraging. However, it's impossible to argue that he's not wildly inaccurate. And that's tough in this league to be wildly inaccurate like he is. And I don't know how you can fire 4 offensive coaches, none of which design the plays or call the plays. That's Nagy, and none of them throw the ball. It seems like some heads had to roll because this season was a disappointment. And the heads that rolled, I can't see how they were responsible for his underachievement. They didn't throw those bad passes, and they were not the ones calling the plays during the game.
But Nick, I want to advance the conversation a little bit because while you say it's the wrong move to bring back Trubisky, Bart, I look at you.
Yeah.
Well, then, okay, who do you replace him with then?
You have no choice, right? You have to stick with him because really this is a team that went all in after the Khalil Mack trade. And this is a team that was built to win now, so you have to stick with what you know. But what you have to do is what they did in Tennessee is bring in some healthy competition, but there has to be somebody cheap. So it's funny that you guys brought up Josh Rosen because I think Josh Rosen would be the perfect person to give an opportunity to potentially play the role of Tannehill to push him. Now, we don't really know who Josh Rosen is as a player because he's been on 2 of the worst football teams
ever
back-to-back years, 2 years in a row. But remember when he was coming out, he was thought of one of the better quarterbacks coming out with Lamar Jackson, with Sam Darnold. And I think that'd be an opportunity to give him an opportunity to compete, but also to push Mitch Trubisky, and then you have a cheap replacement in case he can't step up.
Nick, you know I won't lie to you. All right, I'm going to tell you the truth.
By the way, Jones just hired him assistant GM.
That's right, Ryan Pace here. And the truth is, Ryan Pace has to make this work at all costs. Because when I was asking around to people in the league about Cam Newton, where he might end up, I thought Chicago would be the natural place. They said, no. Ryan Pace loves Mitch Trubisky. He needs to make this work for his own tenure. And so the Bears are at least hoping that if they get a better offensive line, they get a capable tight end and catch more than 14 passes in a season, get another second receiver, he can at least be capable.
Among qualified quarterbacks, Mitchell Trubisky's the only one to have less than 10 yards per completion. He has not been good. And you can go after Teddy Bridgewater. You can trade for Andy Dalton. They want to get rid of him out there. You can go with Cam Newton, like anybody. His job is not dependent on how well Mitchell Trubisky does. His job is dependent on how well the Bears do. If he wants to attach his future to Mitchell Trubisky, then more power to him. But I don't believe that. If they get another opportunity to get somebody good, they're going to bring him in there. I don't think he's silly enough to do that.
The only thing is, Nick, though, because of what Bart said, they're built to win now. You can't go get Andy Dalton because he's not that mobile, right?
Well, yeah, I think you could.
Philip Rivers or Tom Brady of that.
You change your offense like the Ravens did it last year mid-season. They went from Joe Flacco to Lamar Jackson and made the playoffs. You're a coach. Figure out how to coach. Stop making excuses and get some players in there and figure out how to win.
But you also got to fit that salary underneath your salary cap. They have some players on the high end of the salary cap.
Get out of here with all that logic and reason.
Hey, man.
Just let me yell.
Logic and reason.
Software.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.